Greetings, all Eorzeans and Warriors of Light. Today we're going to be talking about another site that has some new items that we can be looking forward to for 4.5. In every patch, we're always given a handful of new housing items that we can craft or collect. And this site here is the developer's blog, and it's going to give us a little bit more insight to what specific items are going to be coming out. The patch notes are all well and good, but they don't give like the full list of housing items that we can get. Here, though, this shows us just what we can be looking forward to. All these items that you are about to see are actually winning designs done by fans from furnishing design contests that we have once every blue moon. So all these pictures you're about to see are both the artwork that have been done by fans, and they're also the finished projects that are going to be added to the game during the patch release date. And I think that some of these guys should go and work for Square Enix. That's how good they are. The first one we have is a series of paints and painter tools. Since we already have the easel item, I think it was only going to be a matter of time before we had something like this added. Here we have the wooden case that has a series of different colored paints and what looks to be some kind of sponges next to it and paintbrushes set up inside. Next to it we have a small bucket of water as well as a small paintbrush that's sitting upon a paint-filled palette, as if the artist had just set it down to admire their work. It's really cute and really original. I definitely want to add it to my own house. The next item I'm going to show you is probably my favorite from this list, and it's the step kitchen. This picture shows a really detailed sketch of the kitchen, and I think I actually remember seeing it from the contest entries at one point. But as you can see, we have a sort of kitchen that you would expect to see from the Xalia tribes upon the Azim steppe. I know a lot of people have been wanting more items from the steppe, so I think we're getting what we asked for. We have a small fire and a stove that is dangling a pot of stew over it. We also have some counter space with dried spices hanging up and a few tools scattered around, cupboards down below with a design on the end of this counter in the shape of a little ram. It's a beautiful design. I'm definitely going to go all out to see if I can get it and add it to my place. Speaking of spices, though, the next item we have is going to go along with it perfectly. It's a series of different spices that have been tied up and set up on the wall so that they can dry and be added to dishes later on. This doesn't specifically have to go with the step kitchen, but it's a really good something extra to add to it. It's adorable, and I think it would look good in any home if you had a kitchen or not. Okay, next up is a small tabletop lamp that is truly stunning to look at. Apparently this little lantern holds a piece of luminescent moss called lamp marimo, and it can be found by fishers. At least that's what it says in the little description at the bottom. So it is a lantern that is set up upon a graceful and elegant metal vine with a small bit of light sparkling inside it. This has a sort of Lord of the Rings Lothlorien feel to the entire thing, at least to me it does. And I think it would be a good addition to any house, especially if you have it set up next to a aquarium or some aquatic theme furnishings. Followed by that, we do have a picture of at least one outdoor housing item. It's amazing to look at in the form of a vegetable garden. We already have plots that you can plant all sorts of manner of seeds and everything, but here is like an actual vegetable garden. And you can see that it has some lettuce or grizzle greens. There's corn, pumpkins perhaps, vines with berries hanging on it. It's almost twice as large as like a normal gardening patch with the scarecrow and everything, but I think it would also be a nice addition if you had a few of these set up in your yard. As far as I know, they are not actually edible for your character, and it's merely something to stand back and admire. But it is worth it because I think it would be a good addition for any yard. We do have two other pieces of furniture that they showed us, one of which they actually showed a picture during the last letter from the producer. But we have a fat cat couch. Yes, that is right, we have a couch in the form of the fat cat. I think that since we already had a couch in the shape of a Moogle, that they decided why not add other creatures? So what else can be said other than it's a big fat cat couch? It looks soft, it looks big, it looks really comfortable. It makes me wish I had one in real life, especially since I have a big fat cat of my own that looks a little bit too much like the couch. I think it would be a good addition to add to any house or apartment, and that a lot of people are going to be getting creative with this new idea. And finally, we have a new sort of shelving unit in the form of these wooden stumps. Yes, this is a series of what looks like stump pieces all set up and stacked on top of each other to create a sort of bedside table or shelving area that you can put some of your favorite items on display. I can imagine that you could put this right upside your fat cat couch with a lamp set up on top as you wonder which veggies you are going to take from your garden and make dinner with them after you finish painting. Anyway, that's all that we have so far on the new housing items. I'm eager to see all these things added to my place, and I have a lot, and I mean a lot of stuff just stacked like into my place. And what can I say? I have a hard time getting rid of stuff. So this is helping me to really consider which pieces to get rid of and where to add the newer ones. I know I can't wait, and I hope that this is helping everyone to think about a little bit of early spring cleaning. So that's going to be it for now. Hopefully, we will have more updates in the future about what else is going to be coming out in 4.5. But until then, I hope to see you all again soon in the Duty Finder sometime.